Nicki Minaj is swinging at everybody again. First it was SSA, now it's Doechii and Roc Nation, and this time, it's messy. Word is Roc Nation's been grooming Doechii to take Nicki's crown, and Nicki's not having it. According to Nicki, this ain't just beef, it's a setup. She claims Roc Nation has been polishing Doechii to become the next queen, trying to knock her out the game. And with how close Doechii is to Roc Nation, people are starting to question, could Nicki actually be right? Nicki's been coming unhinged lately, dragging Jay-Z's whole camp online. But she's not just airing petty stuff, she's talking big money. She says Roc Nation owes her millions. The fire really started on X, where Nicki accused Jay-Z and Roc Nation of trying to silence her, muting her fans and planning some shady takedown to erase her from the scene. Of course, the Barbz aren't backing down. They're standing 10 toes behind Nicki, screaming corporate bullying and demanding answers. But behind all the drama lies a serious money problem. Nicki shocked fans when she claimed Jay-Z still owes her a wild $200 million from her cut of Tidal. That's not just a missing check, that's a whole betrayal. Feeling completely disrespected, Nicki didn't hold back. She took it all the way down and brought up one of the ugliest rumors out there, Jay-Z's alleged secret son. Yep, Nicki pulled that card and posted about it just as a judge gave the green light for Ramir Satterthwaite to move ahead with his paternity case against Jay-Z. The court's demanding Jay-Z finally respond. And as if that wasn't enough heat, Roc Nation is also caught in a nasty lawsuit involving Megan Thee Stallion. A cameraman from her team claims he was forced to watch Meg get wild with another woman inside a car while touring Ibiza. And the lawsuit just got even uglier. DJ Academics spilled the tea, saying the judge rejected Roc Nation and Meg's attempt to shut the case down. Nicki saw that opening and went straight for the jugular, tweeting something shady clearly aimed at Jay-Z. It's all karma. She's not letting anything slide. And now Roc Nation's got battles coming from every direction. Nicki Minaj is out here quoting God's law and talking karma. But let's be real, she's throwing shots at everybody. Even Megan Thee Stallion caught heat, and she wasn't even part of the fight. That tweet? Some say it went too far, especially since Meg might have already been cleared from those wild claims. But Nicki doesn't care. She's convinced it's war, and she's taking no prisoners. She's telling fans she feels like the entire music industry is plotting against her. According to Nicki, it's not just about her. It's about every artist who's ever been chewed up and spit out by the system. And now she's even claiming Jay-Z and Roc Nation are trying to ruin her marriage too. Sounds wild, but others are backing her up. Hot 97 host Nessa Diab stepped in and said Nicki's not lying. She claimed Roc Nation pulled the same dirty moves on her man, Colin Kaepernick. According to Nessa, Jay-Z and Desiree Perez ran smear campaigns behind the scenes to protect their own image, just like they allegedly did with Nicki. She accused Jay-Z of selling out Kaepernick by siding with the NFL, pocketing millions while Colin was blackballed. Nessa said they took $5 million a year for 5 years to quietly bury the protest movement and help the NFL move on from the controversy. She also revealed that plenty of people in the industry agreed with her privately but were too scared to speak up. Now, with Nicki blasting the same folks, Nessa's saying, "Told you so." The tea's boiling and these industry power plays are starting to look a little too familiar. Even though plenty of folks aren't riding with Nicki Minaj right now, some saying she's cried wolf too many times, when someone like Nessa backs her up, it hits different. She's been in the game, and her support makes Nicki's claims sound way more real. Where there's smoke, there just might be a full-on blaze. Now here's where things get even messier. Nicki didn't just go at Roc Nation, she dragged Doechii into the fire too. Sweet-faced Doechii turned into a major pawn in Nicki's war. It started with one of Nicki's wild Twitter rants, where she took direct aim at Doechii, throwing shade and flames. To get why Doechii's even caught up in this, we gotta rewind. It really kicked off when Nicki turned her attention to Top Dog Entertainment's Punch, SZA's former manager. Nicki claimed Punch bullied her in the past, and y'all know Nicki holds grudges like trophies. She wasn't about to let that slide, even years later. Then, SZA, without knowing what was brewing, tweeted something that read, "Mike can be retro gay. Don't take debate, silly goose." Nicki immediately took it as a shot, and that's when she snapped hard. Nicki launched a full-blown attack, trashing SZA's music, saying she sings like she got stung by a bee, and dragging her voice, looks, and style. She even mocked SZA's latest release, calling it a recycled version of her Grammy-winning work. Nicki didn't just throw shade, she brought the storm. But the drama didn't stop there. Fans pointed out that SZA hadn't even mentioned Nicki directly, yet Nicki went all in, body shaming her, dissing her voice, and calling her ugly. It was brutal, and this is where people started backing away, saying Nicki was way out of pocket. Once again, Nicki's reputation for going after other female artists came back around. Unprovoked, she keeps making wild comparisons, tearing others down just to prove her point. And this time, people weren't having it. SZA didn't even say her name, yet Nicki came swinging anyway, even clowning her career in the process. Nicki Minaj snapped again, this time saying, "SZA thinks she's more successful than me? Please." She fired off, "If every song you've ever made disappeared, the industry wouldn't even notice. I've been to countries that never even heard of you." And all this over a tweet that probably had nothing to do with her. SZA had posted a random tweet that could have meant anything, but Nicki took it personal, like she was waiting to go off. And even if there's a slight chance the tweet was about her, what did Doechii do? Because Nicki came for her too, out of nowhere. Nicki launched into Doechii with this cold-coded post, MTM minus 30 million, and a creepy pic of Chucky. Fans quickly figured it out. It was a jab at reports saying Doechii supposedly lost 30 million streams in the past 3 months. Whether it's true or not, Nicki made sure everybody saw it. The wild part? Doechii hadn't said a word. She kept quiet, probably knowing better than to fuel Nicki's fire. But let's connect the dots, because this beef seems deeper than personal drama. Roc Nation, the crew Nicki's accusing of sabotage, is super tight with Top Dog Entertainment, SZA, and Doechii's label. They're practically joined at the hip, sharing artists, money, and industry clout. Roc Nation, as a management company, leans on labels like TDE to access rising stars. So if Roc Nation really wanted to push Doechii forward, they had the connections to make it happen fast. That's why Nicki's not just seeing Doechii as competition. She sees her as a strategic move, a new queen being boosted to knock her off the throne. And she's not having it, not one bit. This kind of tight industry teamwork between Roc Nation and TDE might seem normal, but for Nicki, it's personal. Especially now that she feels Roc Nation did her dirty, her resentment is boiling over. But while Nicki was out throwing shots, SZA and Doechii kept it pushing. And honestly, most folks weren't siding with Nicki this time. Social media exploded. Some laughed it off, others said it was flat out childish. One person posted, "Nicki's too old to be acting like this." Another said, "There's always a common factor in these girl fights, and it's Nicki." Somebody even joked, "She needs a new supplier because this one got her acting real paranoid." And the internet wasn't wrong. Nicki's beef list with female rappers is long. Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion, Latto, Remy Ma, Lil Kim, SZA, and now Doechii. What was once seen as queen behavior is now looking like pure insecurity. People are starting to notice a pattern. Every time a new female artist starts to shine, Nicki takes a swing. And when the punch doesn't land, she goes low. Body shaming, career shaming, even personal attacks. One tweet defending Doechii went viral. "Grammy on her arm, a charge on yours." That one hit hard. And beyond the Twitter wars and accusations, there may be something deeper going on with Nicki. Her grip on the throne is slipping, and she knows it. The hits don't chart like they used to, and the stream of iconic visuals and lyrics has slowed down. In a game like hip-hop, fast, fresh, and forever evolving, that's a tough pill to swallow. Nicki ruled for years, but now younger talent is flooding in, and staying relevant gets harder by the day. That pressure can break anyone, especially someone who's worn the crown for so long. Her recent outbursts might not just be about the industry, they might be about trying to claw back the spotlight she once owned. But here's the truth, trying to relive past glory usually backfires. Instead of mentoring the next generation, Nicki keeps battling them, and it's making her look more out of touch than ever. This whole storm? Yeah, mostly self-inflicted. But the wildest part? Jay-Z's acting like none of it exists. While Nicki's out here swinging on everybody, Jay-Z pulled up smiling at Beyoncé's Renaissance tour stop in Paris, singing, vibing, and soaking up the spotlight like nothing's burning behind the scenes. Some Barbz think that move was no accident, that Jay was trying to steal attention away from the firestorm Nicki lit online. But let's be real, at this point, is anybody still watching? Because the truth is, Nicki's rants might grab clicks for a few days, but then they fade. And more people are saying the same thing. Nicki needs to find something better to do than chasing drama for clout, arguing with every rising artist, trying to rage bait the internet and rehashing the same fights. It's not helping. Some fans are even begging her to unplug for her own peace of mind, because what's looking like beef might really just be anxiety dressed up in queen talk. So maybe, just maybe, it's time for Nicki to protect not just her legacy, but her sanity too. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Juicy Scoop TV for more spicy updates and tea you won't get anywhere else.